Hello, all. I'm gonna try something different on TikTok today. I'm gonna be talking a little bit about, just random things. Um, First of all, my viewers, um, I, I just want to educate and teach and say to people that I was born in Liberia. Liberia was one of the countries that hasn't been colonized and got its independence July 26, 1847. And the free black slaves from America came to Liberia in 1822. And they were called the Americo-Liberians. And I am from the Bassa tribe. I do my own research on historical things and historical facts. And I love to research about European history. I don't know, China. I don't care. I just like history, period. But the big one I'm fascinated is my history. Liberian history. When I was a kid, I didn't really get to know a lot about my Liberian cultural history. I'm adopted, and until I got my first device that was connected to the internet, I researched a lot about my history when I was older. They say better late than never. So I feel like I find that I'm more fascinated about my history because I didn't get to know a lot about my history growing up. Learn a lot about my culture, my traditions. I didn't get a lot of that incorporated into me. So as I gotten older, I had my own devices to learn about it. I say that's when I started learning. This is why I think that to people, if you're adopting kids or whatever, to make sure to incorporate their historical stuff, their cultures, and tell them about their history and whatever, so that they don't feel like they can still feel like they're a part of who they are. So Monrovia, Liberia, where I was born, was named after America's President James Monroe. And right now the president of Liberia is George Weah. And we had a female president, yay, equality, feminism, named Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Yeah, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. She was Liberia's president. And yeah, I love learning about this type of stuff. I made my own cultural bread. Liberian pineapple nut bread years ago, and I really enjoyed it. Liberia has cassava, okra, fufu, tubogi. We eat a lot of fish in Liberia. Rice is the staple. I love rice. Like, my mom told me when she was pregnant with me, she ate a lot of rice. No wonder why I love it. So, yeah. So, yeah, I just realized as I gotten older, because I didn't get to know about my stuff as a younger kid, I used to get envious of some people because even sometimes some of the adopted children in my family, because they were older, right? So they got to know a lot. They knew more about their culture, and we have Ethiopians in my family, so they knew a lot more about their stuff compared to the Liberians in my family, and we didn't quite get to know a lot about our cultural stuff. And I'm saying it wasn't intentional for that. I know my mom didn't intentionally mean to do that, but it's fact and it's the truth that a lot of the Liberians in my family didn't get to know about it. And so as I got older, I realized, we in my culture, I mean, like we eat a lot of Ethiopian food in my family, and I didn't eat a lot of Liberian food, so I didn't know a lot about my culture. But that's why I'm very grateful now that I'm reconnected with my birth family, and they tell me about that stuff. Now I can go online and I can research it, and if I can find a recipe, I can make a Liberian dish and learn about it. That's why I'm so adamant, so strong about knowing your culture, knowing who you are. Because a lot of times when I was younger, I didn't get to know that. And so strong in people, like if you adopt children, research that culture and incorporate some of the culture, some of the traditions into that kid's life, so that you don't strip them away from who they are, strip them away from the cultures what their parents brought them up to be. Like, it's okay to implement your stuff too, yes, but also incorporate the kids' stuff. Like, I know if I was to adopt a child, I would, because I am a history nut. I love history. I love it. I love learning about different cultures. And someone gives me a fact, did you know this or that? I'd be like, really? Let me go research about it. I'd go research about it. That's what my thing. I'm like, okay, I'm addicted to history. I'm addicted to learning about stuff like that. I'm addicted to just stuff like that is what I'm into. Like, I feel like I'm a person who's obsessed with it. History was my favorite subject at school. So I feel like if I were to adopt a kid from abroad, I don't know, even from here, a native or Chinese or whatever the frick the kid was, I would most certainly would like to research and incorporate some of their traditions or cultures stuff into their lives, because I found that when I was a kid I didn't get that, and I would want to give my kid some of the stuff that I didn't get as a child. And yeah, thank you for listening, and bye-bye.
Selected. Pause recording.